So I am back checking out electric scooters. This scooter makes all the others I've looked at seem like little toys. As you can see, it's very large. This is from Voro Motors. It's called the eMove Cruiser, and it really is a cruiser, this one here. So it's got larger 10-inch wheels on it, dual disc brakes, dual suspension, so front and back. Very nice ride to it. It is heavy, so this one's not really one for maximum mobility. So if you're going to be collapsing it, as you can see, I've got it in its collapsed state right now. It weighs about 24 kilos, and that is because it has a huge 30 amp hour battery in this one. So it's massive, with a range up to, they claim, 100 kilometers. So if you need to do some serious kilometers and you also want to do it with speed, then this is perhaps a scooter to check out. So this video I'm going to cover the design, the build, we'll check it out in detail, the controls, and then of course my road tests, and then at the end of this video my final overall opinion of the eMove Cruiser here. So we have 10-inch rubber tires on this. I do highly recommend putting something like a self-sealant solution in there just to avoid any punches. Something like slime will definitely help. So the fork and front suspension feels very solid, and it just helps soak up those little bumps there. The overall construction of the scooter is really good. You can see right here we do have a front-facing light. Now this light, I wish it was a little higher, is pointed down onto the road. It is one of 3 front-facing lights. The other 2 are located either side, and there is a button on the bottom to turn them on and off. So you can have them really just as day run time LED lights. The scooter does come with this solid kickstand that supports the weight, and you can see we've got a very large deck here. Even with my 43 euro sized feet, I can fit them on the deck of this one, no problem whatsoever. You would even have room for a passenger if you wanted to perhaps carry a child with you. They can stand in front of you. There's definitely room on this deck. We've got a very nice mudguard here on the rear. It's big, and there's no manual brakes on this. So again, another disc brake there on the rear. We've got the suspension setup, which works very well. And the lighting as well does work great. So this is good for safety. So with the handlebars extended now, you can see we have these solid rubber grips. Here are our controls here. So the power on there, we've got the different modes to go through. So that's just cycling through the odometer, trip meter, the time, etc. And you can see we've got a readout there. So this is backlit with a blue light, and you can see our speed, which currently is set to kilometers per hour for me. And then we have some other controls on the left here. So we have the indicator and the horn and lights. So if you've got indicator, if you need that, it makes a buzzing noise when you switch it. The indicator lights are on the back only, not on the front. The handlebar is completely adjustable to the height of it. So if someone short is riding it, then you can lower it right down for them. So I think the manufacturer covers it best on how to override the speed limit. So there is a link in the description of this video. Check that out if you want to go past the factory 25-kilometer limit that they set. And just to quickly demonstrate the lights now. So I will flick the switch at the top, turn them on. You can see the rear brake lights. They are quite good because you can see it from pretty much all angles. That's what it looks like now from the rear. And then the front, there's 2 lights either side, as I pointed out, and then the main projector here, which has a lens on it, and it's quite powerful. As you can see, I've got it aimed at the wall there, so good lighting. So this is by far the biggest con of the scooter, is that it is very large, and it does weigh about 23-24 kilos. So lifting it in and out of a car is not something you want to do all of the time, because it does collapse, it folds up, and even the handlebars, as I did show you, and it will take a rather large boot to actually fit it right inside. So when you get started, there's a little pin on the side you can see right here. Now this needs to be pulled out, but in order to do this, we've got to push down on the handlebar right here. So push that down, pull the pin out, and then the handlebars can be pushed in. That it will lock in place. You'll hear it click. On the right bottom, you will find the charge port. So it's covered by a dust flap, as you can see. Charge time is very slow, so it takes around about 10 to 11 hours to fully charge. Okay, so first ride, kick off and accelerate, and you notice straight away, wow, that's got a lot of power. Very comfortable ride, a lot of acceleration. I'll just do a quick test brake now. Very good brakes, disc brakes, and you can actually lock the rear up as I just did if you're a little too heavy-handed on it. 30, 33, 34, and almost 40, but we're running out of road space here. Now there are a few pedestrians around, so I'm taking it real easy here, but I just wanted to comment on the ride comfort, that it is really nice. This is by far the best that I have tested out of all the scooters that I have reviewed. It's just really comfortable with those air-filled large tires, the dual suspension, and just the weight of it as well, I think helps out. It just feels really good. So I've got some rough terrain ahead. Let's see how it handles it. A bit of gravel, as you can see, and a few bumps. Oh, that's doing a really good job there. It's just sort of bouncing and just cruising over that with the suspension and goes up that climb with ease. So here's an interesting drop and then climb. Let's see how it's going to handle this. Gives you a lot of confidence. This is really good. I mean, look how easy this is for the scooter just to go up it. Just so much power. So here I am now at the end of Las Rotas, Denia. This is in the Mediterranean coast in Spain where I'm filming, and it's made it to the end. This is a difficult ride because there is a lot of rough road. There are quite a few climbs, and other scooters I've tested, they were down to about 40% only battery life after this. And here you can see that I've only lost, I would calculate, approximately 15 to 10% battery. So this is holding up really well. So this is where the law wants you to use these electric scooters here in Spain, is on dedicated bike lanes here, which you can see, which is great. There's a lot of these around in Denia, so this is really nice and easy for getting around town, is just to use a scooter like this. So take a look now. I've finished my trip. I'm running out of time. 22.6 kilometers done. I still have 80% battery left. This is amazing, the kind of range that you can get out of this, considering I was not taking it easy at all. A lot of acceleration, climbing. So 21.45 here with the GPS. There's a slight difference, and that is probably because this sometimes pauses. When I was moving, it didn't come on until it detected me moving, where this was counting the whole time there. So excellent range from the eMove Cruiser. Okay, so to quickly recap, where we have, I believe, one of the best scooters that at least I have reviewed in the channel. It is the best by far. Ride comfort, very comfortable to ride on, plenty of acceleration. We've got a peak 1600 watt motor. The range is absolutely amazing because all of the other scooters I review, they top out about 18 kilometers. Now I've done 22 kilometers and it's only at 80% battery. So we can get, I think, at least up to 100 they claim, and that claim is holding true there, definitely. The disc brakes are good. They make a little bit of a noise sometimes. You get a little bit of rattle from the front suspension too, going over some big bumps, and the bulk and the weight of it. So it's a heavy scooter. If you need something that's really portable, that you need to take up stairs, go onto lifts, tiny little lifts all the time, then you're probably better off with one of those smaller ones. But if you need to do some serious kilometers, you want plenty of power for climbs, comfort, a large deck that this has, good lighting, then I believe this is definitely the scooter to go for, which is the eMove Cruiser here from Voro Motors. Thank you so much for watching this review. Please do like and subscribe for hopefully more up and coming electric scooter reviews in the future.